All right, this is going to be the second video for Notes 67. We're talking about functions, and we did a first video, which was question number 1. We evaluated a function for a numeric value. Question number 2, we had another function evaluated for a numeric value, and then we had an expression. And then what we're going to get into for question 3 and 4 are something called composite functions. And the idea here is we have a question here. It looks weird, right? G of f of -3, but I'm giving you f of x, okay, and I'm going to give you g of x here. And the idea is what you want to do is solve for what you can. And inside this first set of parentheses here, I'm trying to highlight it, there's a highlighter, you know, or you're going to try and figure out what f of -3 is. Okay, so let's do that. So f of -3. Well, that just means in the f function here, I'm going to replace x with -3. Okay, that's the evaluating we did before, so let's just go ahead and do that again. So -3 squared plus 2 times -3 minus 8. Make sure you are using parentheses here for the power, and then also make sure you're using parentheses here for the multiplication. So -3 squared is 9, 2 times -3 is -6, and then the minus 8. 9 minus 6 is 3, 3 minus 8 is -5. So f of -3 is -5. Now, what does that do for us? Well, this value can be replaced or replace this little expression of f of -3. This is what it's equal to. So in this notation, g of f of -3, f of -3 equals -5. So let's go ahead and replace that. So g of -5, right? So this right here was equal to -5. So I just replaced it. So let's do another evaluating problem. But this time, we're going to evaluate the function g of x, right? G of x is here. And we're going to use -5 in place of x. So let's see what happens when we do that. So g of -5 equals 4 times x. So there's my -5 plus 5. So 4 times -5 is going to be -20. -20 plus 5 is going to be -15. So g of -5. So ultimately, what we've just figured out is that g of f of -3 is equal to -15. So we solved, or we evaluated this inner function first. We got f of -3 is equal to -5, and then replaced that so that I can evaluate the next function, g of -5. Did that work? And ultimately, that's my final answer. Okay, so start with the inside, work your way out. So let's talk about, I'm going to slide on over to number 4 here, right? Same idea. We're going to start with the inside here. So g of 4, and that's what I'm going to start with. So let's find my g function. All right, g function is right here. So if I'm going to do g of 4, so g of 4 is equal to, whoops, I was about to write x squared. I'm like, no, replace x with 4. So 4 squared minus 7. 4 squared is going to be 16. 16 minus 7 is 9. So g of 4 can get replaced with 9. So over here, f of, but remember, g of 4 is equal to 9. It's a little replacement there. There's my 9. Okay. And so now I'm going to figure out what f of 9 is equal to. But that uses the f function. So make sure you're using the right functions here. I'll go with orange because I can. So let's see. F of 9 is equal to the square root of x. X is 9 minus 1. So 9 minus 1 is 8. But here's the thing. I don't want to leave root 8 because we've been doing some work on simplifying radicals here. So let's break up 8, 2, and 4. 4 breaks up into 2 and 2. So 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. You have a pair of 2's, and then what didn't pair up, right, stays underneath the radical. So root 8 gets simplified to 2 root 2. So that's what f of 9 is equal to. So if I write a final answer here, I'll go purple. And so f of g of 4 is equal to 2 root 2. So start on the inside, right? Start inside and then work your way out. Composite functions like this, it's a function inside of another function. So we evaluated two different problems here, right? Both of them numeric. And basically you want to be careful of which function you're starting with and then which function you're ending with. Same thing, which function you're starting with, which function you're ending with. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close the video here for this one. I'll come back and do question number 5 in its 2 parts in a separate video. As always, please let me know if you have any questions or concerns. I will see you in the next one.